We are shooting a documentary because I am about to meet my first biological relative.
She's Amish.
I'm not. I am not Amish.
What?
We are humbled and grateful to have our sister Margot return to us.
I've always hoped that I could meet you all, so this is a really special moment for me.
Hey, mind if I film you for a moment?
I like your doll. What's her name?
Yeah.
You know, that was my mom's name. She used to live here a long time ago.
She's still here.
What did you say? Whoa. Why would they build a church all the way back here?
What is that?
Hi, it's Felina with Movie Monday. And yes, I know this is late, but I finally watched Paranormal Activity Next of Kin. To be quite honest with you, I did not know this movie existed until about a week ago. And I guess it's because I see the date on it. I was really, really busy around that time. I was doing my Felina's 31 Days of Spectacular Scares. If you haven't watched that, go check it out. I'd appreciate it. And put a lot of work into that. Research on supposed, true stories and different things. So I also want to refresh my memory on the other movies. So I watched, within like a week's time, I watched all of them. And I think I can do this. I don't like to usually talk about, like, you know, it's hard to talk about sequels without talking about the other movies, but I think I can do this without spoiling anything, in case you haven't seen it. These are movies that a lot of people say you either love or you hate. And I don't either way. I don't love them. They're not the greatest horror, but they're not the worst. I don't hate them. So just let's take a look down memory lane first. Okay, what started this whole thing out is Paranormal Activity, which is a 2009 movie. And this is about a young couple, Mika and Katie, who Mika is really into filming things. And at the same time, like weird supernatural things are happening in their house. And he wants to try to document that. And Katie finally admits to having felt like something has been with her since she was a little girl. And her moods change a lot, and we're along with watching this footage, and just we go along with just watching to see what is going on here. So yeah, it's sort of a classic. Well, I guess it is a classic. So if you haven't seen it, if you think you'd like it, give it a watch. Okay, then we have Paranormal Activity 2, which is a 2010 movie. And this is actually, it's hard to explain, but it's supposed to be a prequel. But then you do see something that happened slightly after the events in the first movie. And we meet Christy, and which is Katie's sister, and she has had a son named Hunter, and odd things start to happen. And Christy and Katie start to talk about events they experienced. It's brought up. Doesn't go into a lot of detail, but it's brought up about strange things that happened when they were little girls. And I think it's Katie, I believe it is, one of them, I believe it's Katie, thinks it's better not to talk about it because it draws attention to it. So it's considered a prequel, but then again, you do see something that happened slightly after the first one. Okay, we have Paranormal Activity 3. And now to me, this is the real prequel. This is a 2011 movie. And this goes back, it's set in 1988 when Katie and Christy were little girls. And this will give you an idea of how the strange things started, how it began. So, yeah, I really like this one. I thought this was good. And like I said, to me, this is the real prequel. Okay, and we have Paranormal Activity 4 that came out in 2012. And I went and watched this at the theater for Halloween that year. And now it's about a different family. Of course, there is some connection here to the other stories. Okay, a family, after they take in someone who, well, they have neighbors next door, and one of the neighbors they take in, and there's a reason given why this neighbor is taken in, and strange things start to happen. So, this neighbor may or may not tie in with the other movies. So, yeah, this was a good one. Like I said, different family, but still, you're still connecting with the original story. Okay, and we have Paranormal Activity marked ones. And this is a little different, but there are definite nods or connections to the other movies. Okay, this is a 2014 movie, and it's about these young guys, Jesse and Hector. And now Jesse has just graduated, and there's a neighbor of theirs that there, shall we say, there are rumors about, or is thought to be something. And then the neighbor's killed. And what do you think Jesse and Hector do? They go in and break into the apartment. And that brings on some supernatural activity for them, especially Jesse. But this is a good one. Um, I don't think any of them are bad, to be honest. I don't. Like I said, I don't hate any of them. And there is a connection to the other movies. Okay, then we have Paranormal Activity: The Ghost Dimension, a 2015 movie. And I'm not sure why they call it the Ghost Dimension. Okay, we have a couple and their 7-year-old daughter. And it's set at Christmas. And they found this old camcorder that seems to be able to pick up things that maybe the human eye can't see. And they also find some things too. Well, actually, I have to say it opens with a scene from the original movies, uh, being more connected to the third movie. And then we see in found footage, we see more of Katie and Christy. But anyway, things seem to start affecting the daughter, the 7-year-old daughter. And like I said, I don't know what's called the ghost dimension. It seems to me like it's the same thing. So, but no, it's a good movie too. So, okay, that's the last one, and we'll talk about the guess you would call it more of a reboot. Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin. I knew that, but I wanted to watch these just to go back and refresh my memory. So, but let's talk about Next of Kin. Okay, Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin. Now this is its own movie. It's more like a reboot. Okay, it's about Margot and her friend who is into, well, filmmaking cameras. We have that in all the movies, don't we? Okay, even though this is its own thing, we still have this. Okay, Margot was abandoned as a baby at a hospital. She has the video, and she says she's probably watched it 100 times or more. You see her mother, and we know her mother's name was Sarah, left her, at a hospital. And of course, she has adopted parents. But of course, she does wonder why. Why was she abandoned? And she connects with a blood relative named Samuel, who's going through he's Amish, and he's going through I don't remember what it's called, but like when they get their year to go out, I guess, experience the world and decide, I guess, if they want to remain Amish or not. But anyway, she and her friend want to make a documentary out of this. And they meet with Samuel, and they eventually end up going to the Amish community where he's from. And very strange things start to happen. And this has a real claustrophobic feeling about it. I'd have to say this is quite different, but not in a bad way. It's quite different from the others. Where, you know, you've got the house, and, they have neighbors, and this is like you're in the middle of nowhere. Nothing against the Amish, I don't mean that. But I mean, it's their way of living. And no electricity, none of the modern conveniences. But this is a good movie. It is. Like I said, I didn't know it existed until about a week ago. But like I said, I was busy back in October when it was released. Yeah, it's a 2021 movie. And yeah, it gets pretty creepy. That claustrophobic feel. And I would recommend it. I definitely would. Really, you don't have to have had to watch the other movies to watch it. You could watch this as a standalone. I just wanted to watch the others. But yeah, I thought I didn't know about it. I thought maybe there were others. I know other reviews have been done. But I just discovered it. So I thought I would draw attention to it. And yeah, let's see now. I watched it on Amazon Prime. And I didn't look about the other channels, but I'm sure there are others you can find it on. So, this is kind of different. It's its own movie. It's not connected to the others, but a good movie. So, I'm going to go now, and thank you so much for watching this. I do appreciate it. And I'll be back on screen. I have a book review I want to do. I know some of you don't like book reviews. reading is good for you people. It really is. But the one I want to review, it's actually about a social media influencer. And it's a short story, so there's not a lot to talk about, but it's very interesting. So I don't know what day I'll do that. Maybe I hate to give you a day and then be wrong. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. But anyway, I'm going to end this here. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. And if you would, give me a thumbs up, comment, and if you would subscribe, I would appreciate that so much. And I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to say, be blessed and stay thankful. Thanks for watching. Bye.